again from Two Guys Talking Shit or Shite. Dan and I are going to be on their show. Dan's going to talk about his experiences in the big music fest in Indianapolis. Let's call Dan up. Okay.
It's a beautiful day at Exit Realty. This is Dan.
Hey, Dan, it's Ben. You're live on the air. How's it going, my friend?
Oh, let's play. Hey, I can use a break right now. How are you?
I'm good. I want you to tell the listeners about your adventures in the festival in Indianapolis.
I went down to. I had a great time. All right, let me try and frame this a little bit. I went to a concert that was performed by Ann Wilson, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Buddy Guy. Geez, off the top of my head, who else was there? There was a band. It's called The Collection, and this band is similar to Kings of Chaos. You know, there's like 50 band members and only 10 show up to a concert. You don't know. It's an eclectic mix. You never know what you're going to get. It's run by Jim Irsay, and Jim Irsay is the owner of the Indianapolis Colts. He's also been a 25-year guitar collector. And the collection is kind of like a collection of all the, like Ann Wilson, Kenny Wayne, a collection of band members. And he brought out all his toys that he's collected throughout the years, had them encased. There were protective glass around it. I got to see the original drums that Ringo Starr played on the Ed Sullivan Show. Prince's guitar, that yellow guitar with the symbol, on the. I got a picture. Yeah, I got a picture of myself next to the glass case that contained Jerry Garcia's Tiger guitar. Jim Irsay owns Jerry's guitar. Jerry couldn't stop talking about his Tiger guitar. Played it for 10 years. On tour, the Tiger got well taken care of. After Jerry died, Jim was the highest bidder, and he only lends it out once a year for a special occasion. Tiger does still play. I thought that was really cool. But it was over at Lucas Oil Stadium where the Colts play, and there's plenty of room for, just a lot, you're looking at 75,000 people, there's a lot of room in there. He had a funny car in there. I swear this thing, and funny cars with the long nose, and the wheels, like way the fuck down there kind of thing. He had that in the lobby, and he had it at a 45-degree angle. They propped it up so that it was up in the air instead of, let's say 50 feet big. It wasn't 50 feet on the floor. It was like 5 feet on the floor and 45 feet up in the air. They wired it to the ceiling, so it stood up. You walk in, and there's a funny car right there, and it's doing a wheelie already. I was like, what? But he had some really cool. He brought out a lot of the things, from John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln. He had a $500,000 bill. They no longer make them. I think there was only 10 ever made. But he brought out the $500,000 bill. It was like, oh my God, this thing is just what he has amassed is it is history. It's a lineage of rock and roll that would have been lost to the ages had he not stepped in. And I think he's done a great job collecting. Even the guitars. I mean, there was like 8 or 9, Jim Morrison's. It was like, how do you even think about collecting those? It was mind blowing. I absolutely had a great time. Did not get the interview. Put in for the interview. They only selected 3 people to interview, and I don't have as much juice as like the BBC or whatever, so I was not granted press time. But I did put in for it. You show 90% of this job is showing up, so I showed up the best I could. Wasn't able to get there, but I did get on the rail, so I got some really cool pictures of the show. Things that I never expected. But main floor, it was nice. I had a great fucking time. One of the most interesting concerts I've ever been to, and I've been to a ton. I got a stack of tickets. I've always saved my tickets. I got a stack of them. But that one was just like Kings of Chaos. You don't know what you're going to get when you buy the ticket. And that's a really cool concept. It reminds me of like Foo Fighters. They always invite up like a guest drummer or a guest guitarist out of the audience. They raise their board. I want to play, whatever. I want to play drums, and they'll pick somebody out of the audience and they'll do a song. I'm sure they're vetted. I'm sure they know that the guy has got chops, but just to let something different happen at the it's no longer just a show. It's an experience, and I kind of like that energy. It's a good way of presenting yourself too. It's I got to tell you, it's a new way of doing business, and I like it.
Really? So you saw some great bands then. Who was your
Oh God, I had a great fucking time. Oh my God.
Who was your favorite artist you saw? And you could believe who?
John Mellencamp came out and closed the show with 4 songs.
Really? I love Mellencamp. Cool.
He's a Hoosier. He's probably about an hour away down, about an hour southwest of here, down in Bloomington. This is his state, if you want to consider, if you were going to name a musician from Indiana, how short is that list? Well, I do know Mick Mars of Motley Crue was from Muncie. He grew up in Muncie out here, about an hour east of here.
Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I'm not a big Motley Crue fan, so maybe that's.
Yeah, that's just trivia in the back of my mind. It's like, well, who do you know from Indiana? Well, what, Jim Nabors? Because he sings the, I Left My Heart in Indiana from the Indy 500 years. Yes.
I don't know.
Mellencamp. But that was cool to see him roll out and play a little bit of acoustic guitar.
Cool.
But there's like 10 people playing up on the stage. 1 drummer and, like 3 rhythm and 2 4 backup singers. One of the backup singers did a video before the show, and we were able to kind of like congregate around the stage a little bit. So I might be in a video. I think her name was Princess Anna, or I don't know what. It's just, I don't know where she got her name. Skinniest, Ben, if you put your index fingers together and your thumbs together, that's how wide her thighs were.
Wow. That's.
And she's singing backup with 3 other Black ladies who are well over 250 pounds each. Gospel lady, people who you would imagine gospel singers, and then you got the skinny little white girl. It was like, oh, that is just a position just like that. It was like, wow. She was an okay singer, but she was over the top the whole night. She was absolutely trying to over impress. Which I noticed, and it didn't impress me. So,
that's really interesting, Dan. What else is going on? Hey, I did some more research on electric cars before I speak, and this company called West Coast Electric in California.
Oh, I remember you saying something about that. Yeah. How did that go?
It was you say you want an electric car and you have an old Volkswagen or old Beamer. You ship it to them, $30,000 later for a brand new electric engine, everything electric, but you have to wait 3 years. My other question is the battery. If the battery gets worn out, what do you do with the battery? How do you recycle the battery? and all that. There's,
You know,
if you throw it in the garbage, you can't throw it in the garbage.
right? Yeah, I just read something like last week that there is a reverse shock system in the Teslas. When the battery goes dead, they can reverse shock it. I don't know how much trouble it is to reverse shock a Tesla battery, but they may not be recyclable. They may be reusable. I can't see that across the board with different batteries working the same way, but I do have a sense that we are coming into a battery graveyard kind of scenario with this. That's kind of why I looked around a little bit. But if we're able to reuse those batteries, that would be the best thing for our environment.
I agree. I was like, what are we going to do with the bad batteries? I mean, if you need new batteries for your Tesla, that's going to cost you a fortune. You know, I don't.
Oh, it was. I saw something. Oh, I know what triggered it. It was an internet post that showed the replacement of a Tesla battery to be $29,000 some odd dollars.
$29,000
To replace the battery.
I don't think any of our listeners can afford $29,000 for a new battery. You know, so.
After putting twice that into the car,
Yeah.
just to get it.
I mean, the state and the federal government. Illinois gives you $4,000, if I'm right, for a rebate, and the federal government gives you $7,000, so it's $11,000, but you still got to pay, yes, for the Tesla. So if it's 45, I don't even know how much a Tesla costs, so it's still not worth it. I don't know. I mean, I like a Tesla. I think it's a sharp car. I think it's a good idea. But what about the batteries? If the batteries go bad, you're screwed.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about that too.
It's like a big weight, lawn art in your back, on your front of your house. That's all it's going to be. Lawn art. So, and
yeah, that would be a shame that we don't have a full cycle. Like when they get in a wreck, what do you do with them right now? You know, they're in a wreck and the insurance company totals it. What happens there? I know they get stripped down like everything else, but is there a Tesla graveyard where you can go pick parts? I don't know.
If anybody wants to let us know, we have a Facebook group page, Two Guys Talking Shit, 2GTS. That's our Facebook group page because we can't swear on Facebook. But what the shit? We're talking shit.
Two Guys Talking Shit. Look it up on Facebook. We don't sell it the same.
And Dan's going to probably put his pictures from the concert there, I hope. Because I like this.
Yeah, I can put some pictures up. I got some really good shots.
Good. So anything else?
Oh, mostly watching the market crumble.
I know.
It almost seems like...
I know. And gas is going back up. I mean, it was down, and then it went up. And then, I mean, the train strike, the strike that they diverted for today is a good thing. It's still...
Huge.
Yeah.
America doesn't know how much of it... Now, everything needs to be ratified by the unions, but everything seems to be cool on that front. But that's a huge bullet we missed. Because we already have a broken supply chain, just truckers. I just saw something. I wanted to see how we were doing with the boats off of Long Island or Long Beach, California, and apparently the boats are caught up. They did get caught up on the West Coast. The Gulf Coast was a little bit behind, and the East Coast was a little bit behind. But we are starting to get supplies into the country. Now, the supplies that we're bringing in, is this an inventory glut that we're creating? Because this is stuff that was ordered 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Needs change, day to day nowadays. I'm hearing that Best Buy, Target, Walmart, they're oversupplied and they're starting to drop prices. So that's going to help inflation a little bit. It's not going to help corporate America. They're going to have to try and come up with money another way. So I don't know what kind of tricks they're going to pull, but there's a lot of inventory that is not being sold right now, and that's weighing down the economy on a micro scale. That will ripple out someday. I already heard the Christmas. Somebody at Costco saw Christmas stuff up already.
Wow, Christmas stuff already? That's not even Christmas yet.
Yeah, Christmas trees. And an island, just a man, stacks of Christmas trees in an island. They just basically just had some room, so they stacked Christmas trees and made it look like a little bit of I'm sorry, it's a little too early for Christmas for me.
I know. I mean, we just got over summer right now. Summer.
Come on.
I mean, I'm still in my shorts and my flip flops, and I'm drinking a nice glass of iced tea right now. I don't want to think about.
I am too. I am too.
Cool, cool. I'm not thinking about summer. I want to think about summer. I mean, I was at the store today and I saw some beautiful young ladies with shorts on, and I was a happy man. I may be old and blind. My wife thinks I'm blind, but I'm not. So.
Yeah. That's why I'm in the one and done club. I don't want to go through that crap again. Just because it just happened to catch my eye and I just happen to like it. I don't want an elbow in the ribs for that.
I'm allowed to look. That's one good thing. I'm allowed to look, so that's a good thing. But
Okay.
I'm allowed to look, but I can't touch one of my friends is not even allowed to look, talk, or when he's with his wife, she just pulls him away. She says, "Don't look at her. Don't look at her." Oh, I'm looking, honey. I'm looking. And she gets really.
Well, there's a big difference between looking and gawking.
Yeah.
I don't gawk, but I still get it. Well, used to get it in the ribs. Yeah, and I'm a good kid. Okay, I'm sorry. Blondes do that to me. I don't know why.
Blondes get me in trouble, so I don't know why, but blondes get me in trouble.
And we know they're trouble. We still look.
Good look. Okay, I've been watching this motivated speaker on YouTube. Her name is Christy Love, and her husband Stephen Dela Cruz. I sent them an email, but they blew us off. Christy Love is an adult actress and a Christian, so I don't know how that works. I mean, if you go to church, don't the people at church look down at you and stuff like that because you have sex on videotape in front of people and stuff? I mean, when I went to Catholic school, if someone smoked or swore, people would look down at us. So I don't know. I mean, she seems like
my background in Catholicism. Let's see, it led me to become a retired Catholic. In retrospect, I don't know quite. I'm not certain what's on the other side.
I know that too, but
even after all the Catholicism and do you remember going to CCR or CCD? CCD.
Yes,
it was like you remember? Yeah, it wasn't just Catholic school; it was weekends too. It was I don't know.
I hated that. I used to try. I used to.
It was worst.
I tried to get out of the weekends, especially Sunday morning, and I got yelled at by a nun one time because I wanted to play football with my friends, and God wants to play football, but you guys got to learn about Jesus. Oh, what kind of Christian are you? I mean, I am dyslexic, and the nuns told my mother that I would be a drug addict and a criminal. And my mother said, "Not my son. Before he's a drug addict or a criminal, I'll beat the shit out of him." So that's it. I mean, more power to her. I like her positive spin on things, but I was wondering how people in her church look at her adult, acting and stuff like that. And her husband's
very judgmental crowd. They're very polarizing. Yeah. Either you're in or you're out.
And her husband seems cool about it, and I couldn't. I couldn't do that at all. I couldn't do that at all because I'd be going crazy. I mean, I've been
monogamous up my whole life. I commit to somebody. That's it. I can't. Maybe that's in our Catholic, our retired Catholic training.
Well,
I don't know, but that's just the right way to do it in my heart.
I agree with you. Like I stopped going to Catholic church, and then I was going to a new church, and this was when Obama was president, and this guy was bashing Obama. I said, I don't really want to hear about Obama, how bad he is. I want to hear the word of Jesus. And he was so bashing, so I stopped going to church completely. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think it's the right place to talk about politics. You should talk about God.
Well,
Maybe I'm
when I
wrong.
came when I came down here, there was a Christian church right across the main street. I lived off a cul-de-sac, if you will, and there was it's called Cicero Christian Church. And I went, I just poked my head in there just to see what's going on. It's not Catholic, it's Christian, but okay, same thing, kind of without the rules, right? I enjoyed the person who was speaking. And I think that's one of the things that we should probably, if we're looking for leadership, somebody who's, I'll tell you the guy's name. His name is Tim Luking. He ended up getting transferred out to Sullivan, Indiana, about 2.5 hours. I actually planned on going to go see one of his services again because he just delivers it the way I want to hear it. It's none of the bullshit. It's none of the fluff. It's none of the money grab. It's none of the guilt. It's actual spiritualism. And I really enjoyed that 1 hour that Tim would speak. I haven't been to church since. When he transferred out, my spiritualness went away again.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, I liked the pastor, and then the church got merged with another church, and they tore the church down, and it's a mega church now. And I don't like mega churches. I don't know. I mean,
I can't do that either.
I mean, they're just too big for me. I mean, I just want a small church and learn about God, Jesus. I mean, that's all. Maybe that's all going on with me. So, what else is up with you, my friend? I mean,
I just try to keep it true north. What's right, what's wrong. I know the top 10 list of, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not do our neighbors' wives. I get that the top 10 is definitely not on the list of things that I'm going to do.
But if you ever had neighbors' wives, you sin.
Dude.
You sin in your mind.
Now, it's easy for me because I've always had this code of ethics inside me that says if you're a client, you're off the list. You are automatically in the friend zone. You are never coming out of the friend zone. And I've had some really interesting clients that I really would have tried in a different mindset. I would have tried moving a relationship forward. But if you're, I can't do it with clients. I can't do it with coworkers. It's just not there for me. It's just not in the cards for me. I'm sorry.
It's like don't shit where you eat. That's my rule. I mean, if you do, that, you don't.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm saying shit a lot today. I'm saying shit a lot today, so I don't know what that means.
Well, we are talking shit, aren't we?
Yeah, it's been a shitty day. It's been a shitty day. So, what else is going on? Nothing else is going on exciting. Just cars and gas prices are going back up, and really that's all that's going on with me. So, how much is the gas in Indiana right now? Because it's $4.19.
I live right behind a gas station, and we are at $3.57. $3.77 if you don't have a passcode or you're not. If you're not in the club, you pay 20 cents more. So I'm at $3.57. $3.57, not a bad caliber.
No, that's not a very good caliber. Very good. I mean, I'm looking at the clock. We have about 4 minutes left for our show. So you have anything to wrap up for 4 minutes?
I think with the way the economy is turning and the way we need to take care of each other, it's not going well. The inflation thing is out of control. They're not going to control it. It's clearly an Armageddon out there based on Putin, Ukraine. Sri Lanka is now upside down because they ousted their leader. I was watching Sri Lanka and Italy. Italy is at like a 70% inflation rate.
Wow.
Nobody's talking about it. these are some things that it almost seems like the elite will win out over the middle and lower class because they can survive the downturn. Now, the downturn could be there's no such thing as an easy landing on this thing. Whatever Paul Volcker or whatever the Fed is saying, they're full of shit. Their numbers are juiced. Even Joe Biden said there was no inflation in July. There was, and that was at its peak. So I'm not trusting our leadership. I'm not trusting data. I'm not trusting anything but putting money in the bank and making sure that that we stack up money. Right now, we should be keeping our powder dry. I'm just saying we don't know what's coming down the pike, but it does look like our leaders will not control it. I don't know what chaos looks like, but I think we're coming to it.
I agree. I don't know. It scares me. I mean, I've told you about what happened a while ago, and I did research on that website before I forget, Telegraph. I mean, they didn't data mine me. If I joined that girl's uncle's app, they would have data mined me, and they would take half of my bank account. And I'm not gonna. And they want me to do. What did she wanted me to do? It's Bitcoin mining, and I don't know nothing.
I do it myself. I have a laptop that's mining Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, she wanted me to join her uncle's thing, and I don't know anything about Bitcoin mining, so I don't. And I told her, I don't know you, I don't trust you right now. Let me learn about it. And she got mad at me and called me, what she called me, stupid human. I belong in a mental hospital, and I agree with her. I'm a stupid human.
Well, no, you're just not educated and it's a very complicated, at first, it's a very complicated subject. And when I bring up cryptocurrency, people's eyes just glaze over and I'm the freak in the room. And I understand that. It's just a simple math. It's all about math. Everything is verified through math. Everything in the crypto world is already verified as good funds. So there's no such thing as bounce checks or return funds or, once you make a transaction, it's there. And 16 people hold it on file forever. And it's in the blockchain so you can look it up. So it's not like you can go ahead and manipulate this thing. This thing is pretty locked down. With crypto, they have different coins. Bitcoin only has 22 million. That's all. That's it. That's all we're going to be releasing. It's a finite amount of coin. Unlike gold, which is infinite. Unlike silver, which is infinite. Hey, I heard that they found a big pocket of gold, and once they start mining this pocket of gold, gold is going to come down because the supply went up. Supply and demand, right?
That's cool.
It's like you can't even protect yourself with gold anymore. So
I don't know. I mean,
when you invest in this stuff, it's for the long run. It's not for today. You're not going to be a millionaire today. You might make millionaires out of your kids.
I know. And it's like I told her, "You're not Buddha. I don't trust you. I don't know you." And she called me a stupid human. So that's all that's going on.
Move on.
Let's move on. Okay?
Move on with that. That's not a person that you want to do business with.
I wanted to do a show on her, and I did a show on her. I sent her the show, and she called me a stupid human. So I'm glad I'm a stupid human. I'm not stupid enough to give my money. Okay, I see on the clock we have 20 seconds left. So do you want to say anything before we leave?
I'm going to close it with just be kind.
And love each other. That's a good thing. We should all love each other. And
if we just do a little of that, this thing could work. But I'm seeing a lot of people already suffering, and I think we just need to support each other a little bit more than we normally would.
I agree with you. So I'm going to tell everybody to love each other. And my dad told me when I was a kid, before you judge a man, walk in their shoes. So that's really it.
Before you talk to a person, walk their shoes. We got to be more empathetic about each other instead of just being so cold.
I agree. Okay, well, I'll talk to you next week. Same bad time, same bad schedule.
Same shit time, same shit channel.
Same shit. Everybody be kind. We're out of here.
Fun to hear from you today. You have a good afternoon.
You too. Be safe. Bye.
Oh, thank you. I am. Bye-bye.